What's up, y'all? It's Jam and Sam, and today we are going to mash up Rockface Rumble SNES version with the GBA version. Last time we streamed, we restored the GBA version, and I've got that project up before me. And I also made the conscious decision when I started the restoration of the GBA version to do it to create it from a copy of the restoration of the SNES version, so that I would have both here, because I know that when I do these mashups, I like to swap the instruments in each composition. So we're going to do that, as well as combine them together, but I think this time, first I want to have the combination, so that when people play the mashup, it's actually a mashup. It's not like the instrument swap. And then it goes to the instrument swap later, but first I think these two would combine themselves into one piece really well. Welcome, Dominic Jonas Villarbaka. Welcome. That's quite a name. Like the song goes. So I think what I'll probably want to do is create. I want to keep this because this one I'm going to switch to GBA instrument since it has the SNES composition in it. And then I'll make a copy for the. Actually, I have to make a copy for the whole thing. So this, I'll just add one, and we'll call this mashup. And then I want to start it off the way that because I like the, I think I really like the flute beginning from the SNES version, where it's just like. And then I would like to have that come in with the what's the flute? I would know the harmonica thing, the harmonica loop that comes in there. Let's do that. And I think that one started off with, there's a little bit of lead into this, and then it goes in with the loop. Let's paste that, copy and paste that there. No. And then this, a lot of times FL Studio does this annoying thing of removing, like messing up the grid stuff. So I have to kind of hold Alt and then move it back on the grid, but I have to be super precise. The rest will be ever so slightly off. That's good. I can work with that. So then the song goes like this. And it's kind of slow because the SNES version is that slow, but we can speed it up to 100 BPM, I'd say. But I think this was FL Studio also does this annoying thing of initializing the position with the song with a certain tempo, so then it just goes right back once you set the tempo. So we'll delete that value, and then we'll put it back to 100. Yeah, let's do that, and then let's create automation clip. So let's make sure to delete that initial value so it doesn't do that again to us. Okay, so now every time we play this composition, it's going to use 100 BPM. Okay, and so then we'll just loop this part right here. But I think it doesn't loop right. I think I did something else to loop that in the GBA version. Okay, it looks like I did something. Oh yeah, like I led the let's do that. Tell you what, let's just take a bunch of these, a whole section's worth. And then we'll add it in like that, like so. We can take off the first part of this. that we don't have to line it up again, but let's just paste that. All right. Hello, Priya. Welcome. Here we go. Now, so we got that harmonica going, and let's add in some other elements. Now, I wanted to add in another SNES element. We can kind of alternate between the GBA elements and the SNES elements. Let's add the toms from the SNES version. Yeah. That's a good start to it. Nice. So we'll have that run for a while. Okay, and then maybe we can even add all the other parts, like add them all together. And let's try. I want to add the drum beat from the GBA version, drum loop. Let me see what happens if I add that on top of this, on top of the... Oh, it's out of sync. It needs to sync. I think I just let it run. I didn't really sync it with the thing. Okay, so that's pretty much solidly 4 bars. So if I select 4 bars, it should sync within that. So let's have that start at the same time as the drum loop, as the toms do. See how that goes. Nice, that's combining really well. Let's insert one track here, and above that, let's put the hi-hats from the SNES version. Okay, so it looks like it's 2 different patterns here, and I think in the SNES version, it's 2 layers. Okay, it starts out with that, and then there's a different pattern layers on top of the old one, and then the other pattern comes in. It kind of alternates between them, and then sometimes this one layers on top of that, and it seems like there's 3 different parts that drop out. So let's just take all that and then have that. Maybe we would have to change that up, but maybe not. Wait, hold on. Let me make 3 patterns. Okay, so ouch, it's gotta hurt. Okay, now let's put that here. Let's put that from the beginning. Nice. Yeah, I think that it works really well with all this changing and whatnot. Nice, I like that. They combine really well. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do this. Why am I getting, okay, never mind. Okay, so why is my, okay, yeah, I have to stay right here or else my camera will be out of line. Listen to your donkey, oh, welcome Pato. I listened to your Donkey Kong track while sleeping with AirPods. Nice. That sounds like the way to sleep. Okay. Which song? Oh yeah, probably, this is put on the soundtrack, right? I got it downloaded I just downloaded it to my phone and let the soundtrack run most of the time in the background. But anyway, so let's see, after that, you want to have, I think I want to have some flutes, like the other flute part from the SNES come in. So it's like this part here. Let's have that come in. But there was also, in the SNES version, there was also a bass part that I wanted to have come in here. Yeah, and let's put bass here and move the tempo a little bit. Okay, this actually, I think I wanted to come in later, actually. But the bass isn't really coming through very well there. Oh, that's why. Wow, what is happening there? It's just like the pitch is going nuts. This is contact, and what is happening here? This will be the acoustic bass. And somehow, what do we have going on? Oh, this must be it. Pitch bend? What? It's got vibrato on it. That's really weird. So I can see the tune knob is moving, but I don't know what's moving it. Tune, let's see, lap slide, but it's not really affecting this, so I don't know what that is. There's definitely not supposed to be any vibrato on this, so let's remove that and see if it fixes it. Okay, that fixes it. I don't know why what was making it do that, but that seems to have solved the problem. Okay, so now let's see if that sounds any. Okay, that makes it much better, yeah. Okay, and then I want to put the GBA part somewhere where it plays those slides, like these two. That one's going to happen later, but this one, I want to come in somewhere over here, maybe here. Okay, and then we can come in with that, the GBA's little riff here. Guitar riff. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and so after that, the SNES kind of does, let's see. Yeah, we can have this string stuff come in. Yeah, then we can have it do the... Okay, so... Let's see. Okay, and then at the next point, you can still keep these things, but then let's bring in the legato strings here. Let's bring in this whole section here, actually. Yeah, so let's make another. So obviously I'm gonna need room for these as well. And I think FL Studio once again ruined the grid thing that I have going on. So let's insert a track here, and then we'll move this up in its space. Shift up. And then I like that the hi-hats just kind of trail off after that. But let's move this to here. But at this point, it's mostly GBA stuff, so I would kind of, I would like to keep more SNES stuff instead. Right, because we got all the, like, we're dropping out the hi-hats, and then we got all the SNES stuff still going. So what I'd like to do is maybe continue the hi-hats. And then maybe I want to also keep the bass stuff going on. Because and then maybe we can, yeah, we'll keep the all the elements going a little bit here. Actually, here is kind of really heavy, so I might drop the bass out at this point and just have it come in whenever the harmonica goes away. Maybe drop out the drum loop at this point. And then have the bass come in again. Because at this point, so this is the GBA version, mostly. It doesn't really have a lot of bass, so we'll add the bass to it. Oh, but the problem is, I think it's changing key here, because when we're here... Actually, it's changing key a little bit because this is F major, but the GBA version is in G. So once we start up till here, it's only really like just a solo thing. Like here we have, yeah, we still have mostly like F. So it's all like, but once you start combining melodic elements of the GBA and the SNES, we're gonna have some problems. So The problem is that here we're establishing a G chord, but in the bass we're playing C. So in order to avoid that, what I want to do is I want to make this like unique, make this pattern unique. And then we're just going to switch this up to like, or turn it down really to G. Oh, but this even like modulates into, what is this, F sharp or like C sharp major? That's kind of what Evelyn did that a lot, like she modulated a lot. So what I want to do, I'm going to leave this the way it is for now. But I want to put this I get the feeling I'm not getting a lot of bass out of this bass. Let me see. Oh wow, yeah, I turned up the treble for whatever reason. I actually want to turn the bass up. So let's just turn this down to, put this down to G. Oh, I forgot I turned off the grid here. Nice. And then let's take this. Okay, then let's duplicate these parts. Okay, and then at this point, let's go back into the SNES version bit. Let's see. Welcome, Settle53. Should be aware of using it. Wireless AirPods at their core, remote and remote in-sync and neuromodulation system. Remote sensing. I wouldn't put it past Apple to do that sort of thing, but I don't know. Oh, what do you mean remote sensing? And neuromodulation system. How do they modulate your your brain, or whatever, what you're trying to say is they modulate your brain? So yeah, I'd love to see some sources on that, like where you got the info from, if you have any solid information on that, on like who found that, like how they found it out. Because I wouldn't put it past Apple to do that, but yeah, I'd like to know who found that out. Welcome, Cave Squatch. Love your work, Britta. Thank you, Britta. So at this point, this was like a massive like GBA sort of dip, where it's got all the drums are like the SNES, but the drums and bass are the SNES, but the melodic instruments are the GBA, which I think works really well because the GBA had some really good melodic stuff going on. Yeah, and then I kind of wanted to go into another part of the SNES version, where it would be like, maybe because we have this drop, it's like, it's sort of expected, because it does that drop in the GBA version too. So we could take this section, So let's copy that section into the mashup. And because all that stuff is already mapped out, we can kind of remove the hi-hats because it's already got the hi-hats on it. Okay, but I also want to add some GBA elements to this so that it stays a mashup. Let's see. Let me put the flutes down here. And so maybe we can have the riff has been going on for a long time. Maybe we can keep the strings here. Let's see. And when this thing comes in, when the guitar comes in, we can add that drum loop back in there. That would be fun. Nice, that drum beat works really well with it. Okay, and then we can have the harmonica come back in. That would be a good time for that. A good time. Or they could go back all the way until here. Okay, cool. I like that. Now let's put a couple more of them. Let's put a couple more of the harmonicas at the end here. Although the problem is they're clearly different notes because I think this is like a D chord, like it's a D power chord on the harmonica. So I think for all intents and purposes, we'll have to switch the actually it would probably make more sense to just change the key, like make this unique and then try to change the key here in one that's compatible with this guitar section, because I don't want to go changing everything in the SNES version, plus it's a lot to change. So this part here, but we have to make sure I know what key we're in, because this part here, it looks like C sharp, but it could also be F sharp feasibly, because you're not establishing whether like C or B is used here. So it could be either, but really the important thing is like that we just get a note that's compatible with this. And I think if you change this, if you change the pitch of this, you put it up one semitone, it should work, because it goes from D to D sharp, and that ought to do it. And then so now that I have number 2 there, if I just switch everything else to this change, it should work. It seems like something is out of beat here. Is it the harmonica that's the beat? Yeah, I think it is the harmonica. It should be the same beat because I didn't change. I made it not. I set it to not change the timing. I think it's just. I think I just had it put off. Like I had it on the wrong. Like set push to. Okay, yeah, this one is too. Actually, I think it might be a little bit off time. Yeah, I think all of this is just a little bit off here. That works better. Lovely. Going pretty nice, starting pretty nice so far. Work goes back to the 1950s, and there's a lot to it. For example, ask Apple specifically search fact check Apple patents, brainwave detecting EAG, the Substack, and a Yahoo Tech article. That's okay. Heterodynamic, two emitters on either, so they can use interference pattern. An interference pattern between. I don't really want to detail in your stream though. The aspect is researchers use Wi-Fi to see through walls. Pretty much is the shelf. Yeah. So if anyone wants to look into that, that can be something. But yeah, we won't go into it too much here. Got to be wary of convenience versus dual use tech, I suppose. Well, it's like Apple's not even really that convenient because it's like it costs so much. So you have to keep buying them, so it ends up being not very convenient. Anyway, so I just use Samsung really, and I get like a used one, like the cheapest one I could find. I got my phone for like 140 euros in Spain, so that was pretty nice. It was just the A16, but that's fine. Didn't need much of those higher functions anyway. Okay, so let's see. I want to zoom out here, and then that's working out pretty well. I might even take these drums out. Yeah, because with the hi-hats, it's getting a little bit too crowded, because that bass takes up a lot of space, and then there's like... No, actually, I think the higher end of the spectrum was pretty unoccupied, so we can keep those there. Nice. Okay, wonderful. So let's see how all that flows together so far. That flute can be a little bit quieter. The bass toms can come down. think the bass can continue here, actually. And I think at this point, because there's C is like the dominant, like the 5 of the G key, so we can bring this one back, which is the C note and the bass. So if we do, no, wait, here, it's got to be here. Yeah, there we go. So it goes from G, C. Because that is, no, it's actually D. D is the 5. So, but what we can actually do is probably just like modify this pattern and add that in a little bit. I would also like to make some modifications and add like some custom stuff. So let's go and, no, don't do that. Put a step, dun, 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 dun. Nice. These two basses also have to go back into the bass section. Okay, this can come down here. This part is like having another note in here. I like this section too. Nice. Cool. Let me see if I can get this this warm pad in there. Okay, what after that? Let's do something with the GBA again. Maybe we put this part back in. Yeah. FL Studio has once again put it off beat, which is very inconvenient, so I have to go and hold Alt and move it all back onto the beat. So let's see. So we can come back with the GBA drums again. And let's see. This will all shift up because I need somewhere to put the drums, and there's a space here. Let's see. So we can take the SNES beat again. So let's copy that and then paste it. Nice. Okay, this has to go down. Wait. The piano bass, select all clips, goes down here. Okay, interesting. So let's see. Okay, but that's kind of a sudden change, so let's have the toms come back here. And then we can fill these in here for a smoother transition. Okay, cool. Or maybe we have the drum beat in here. Okay, and then maybe we have it modulate back to the regular. But it is going, what's the note here? Nah, it has to be the other one. Okay, but then maybe we use the original bass here. I don't know what tune is being made here, but it could... Oh, interesting. What is happening here? Why is there echoes on the piano? Strange. Oh, it's happening in the bass. Why is the piano going? Oh, it's because Contact is like a bad plugin, so it ends up you have to refresh this every time you open the thing, or else things go where they shouldn't be. Okay, so that one's still going. Yeah, for this section, I kind of wanted to do like this, like have this part be sort of the strings a little bit, like have the strings come in and do the harmony, like with the original beat. So if we do that, then we can make this unique. But it didn't make it unique. There it goes. Now it made it unique. So let's send that to, what is the, oh yeah, there we go, the string. So let's Alt-C to change that. So let's go da 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 da. So it would be like da 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 da. So I think it would be like da 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 da. Okay, and then a short one here. No. Da 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 da. Ah, I see what it is. Oh, well, it is this. And then you have to shorten this. Yeah. No, don't do that. What are you doing? Okay, and then this. Okay, and then I can probably use the chop function for a little bit of automation here. Yeah, there we go. And then I think it does, yeah, does this. And I think there should be like another downward motion. Let's see. And then it goes da 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 dum. Okay, actually all of those should do that. Okay, and then I think I can do the same thing. We'll do the chop. But then, let's see. Da, 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 da. And so this one just becomes shorter. And then you move all of these here. And then okay, and then we move this up, but we have to make sure that this stays within the scale. And then move this. Okay, move this over, and then make a new note here for a brief moment. Okay, and then I think I want this to go down, actually. Nice. So then we remove these two bits, and it's gonna just repeat this part. And then Control B. And I think the original did something more like, instead of being full chords, it was actually a power chord the whole time, which is this one is kind of doing, but let's see. Let's try that. Okay, so for this part, take the thirds out and move them up. That way we have power chords all the way through. Okay, this is too long. I don't know how these got so long. But... Nice. And I kind of like the, let's make this unique, and I kind of like the bass from the SNES more than the bass from the GBA. So let me switch those two. And I think this is the first channel. And that's too much of velocity, so. Okay, so this one's a bit high. Nah, okay, that'll do. But I have to disable that echo. So let's, actually, we can keep it enabled here on this part. Okay, but I kind of want these to stay in a lower range. Let's see. Let's control down, but then this needs to be like... Let's do this sort of thing here. And I think these strings can come down a little bit. Then I'd like to have the little bit of that flute, the tail end of that flute, come back here again. Or actually, maybe we can replace it, because I can't really hear that exciting thing. Okay, but let's... So I like that part, but it's in the wrong key, so let's change the key. So I think we just need to really put it down, but Well, if we really wanted to be accurate, it's in F, so we would have to go up, actually. Yeah. Nice, I like that. Actually, we could replace this part with that all across the board. Now let's keep it on the odd parts. Nice. Love it. Okay, let's see what people are saying. Welcome, Sark. I love watching a pro working as I pretend to understand. I know what's going on. Nice. You ain't gotta know too much. Just hear the music and then vibe to it, I guess, as people say. Welcome, dumb guy YouTube channel. Nice name. Nice. I love that. Peak. Thank you. Welcome, Jamie Martin. Welcome, Dr. Kaihuna. Same goes for me. No understand, bring what I know. Music awesome. Yeah, that's all you need to know. That's all that matters. Music is fun. I learned how to make music so you don't have to. So, yeah, this is mashing up quite nicely. I like that it's starting out like with just the basic elements, and then I start to really mix them together. So like this. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, let's see what we want for the new section. Oh yeah, I think this was the point in the song in the GBA where it would like mute out and there would be SFX sound effects coming. And it's at this point there's no more GBA, there's no more SNES stuff to put in. So let's see, yeah, because this is the end of the SNES part. Like that's as far as the SNES goes. So that what do we want to do up to this point? Let's see. Yeah, that would be fun. It would be a good lead-in into starting over the mashup again. Like if you had it to be. Like if you had sound effects going, like let's add the sound effects in there. And then maybe we can have something going over that. Let's see, if we put the sound effects in there, like have it start up the tune, and then just fade it out. Actually, this. So I would want this to fade out. Actually, we can put this here. Let's see, let's move this up. And let's see. I want some way to fade this out. So I think what we'll do is, does this one have the whole, yeah, this one has like percussion in it. So let's go in like, since this is all just percussion, let's right click on percussion and create an automation clip. And then we'll put a point, like we'll just drag this over here so that it fades out. Okay, and then for this section, I kind of wanted to do, what if we put that flute in again? And we can have like the parts that the SNES do, but just without any percussion at all, and it sounds sort of ambient. What about that? Okay, I want this to come, so I also want this to fade out faster. Like maybe just shave a little bit off of here. Nice. Nice, that's kind of interesting. Yeah. But I don't know about that. I think I might prefer to just have it go into the... Like, either we start it over again and I do some more fun stuff, like it does into a loop of that. But I think I already said all I need to say here. Actually, you know what? I might like more of the guitar part to repeat one more time, because that's a really good guitar part, and then we can put different stuff over it. So let's copy and paste that, and then we'll move that here. And then we can do some, like, change out the harmony a bit. I still want to keep maybe drop out the this thing. I kind of of like that it just brings back this thing, the harmonica like that. But I kind of want to hear the... What's the other part? Maybe the synth strings in there. That would be cool. But these would have to like get their own they would have to be in the scale. And I don't think there's any real chord progression here going. It's like dun 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 dun. This is kind of C dominant. And then it's pretty much just playing on C. There's not really a chord progression, so I think as long as it generally stays within this, it should be good. I would say maybe up here is good. Wait a second. You know what's funny is, okay, this is like in F sharp major, but the strings are like not in that scale. Well, actually they are kind of. Yeah, okay, I see. This is something else. This is not playing here. This is actually, yeah, this is actually F sharp. So I need that, I was looking at the wrong thing, so I need this to, no, don't do that. Yeah, so that's actually what I wanted to do. For whatever reason, it doesn't fit. Let's see. Let me just play the melodic. So before it was like this, maybe I could go like lower. Nah. Ooh, I like that bit. Interesting. Yeah, let's do that. Let's fill that in with the first part of that again. And then maybe maybe this will make unique. Okay, this is too low, I think. Actually, no, that was in the original, so it doesn't matter much. Okay, but then I need to make some more space for that chill out section. Okay, and then we can bring those hi-hats back. I like that. I like that part even more now. Yeah, actually, I think this would be a good point to lead into the like the GBA with like one of the other two, GBA with SNES instruments or SNES with GBA instruments. We'll see. I think since yeah, it might be nice for the GBA. Palace cooking. Thank you, Rich Roberto. Welcome. Welcome, Sauzen. Yeah, so let's go into. I would like to have like the sound effects go in and then do the GBA with SNES instruments, because the GBA being kind of minimal in its composition will benefit from the sound effects going out right there. So that would be cool. Well, we can do both at once and see which one fits better. So let's go. First, I want to name some of these. I might want to name some of these a little better. Like clean up some of this list. Because this is the MIDI. We don't like the MIDI for the SNES. We don't need the MIDI anymore because we already have the instruments. Hi-hats, toms 2. Bass. Okay, so I know at this point. Let's see, what is this? This is the death jingle. Don't need that. I think this is the wind jingle for the SNES. So here we go. Everything here is labeled as GBA, and it's separated because there's not really any confusing the two, except for here. Let's see. I want to name this synth strings and then F sharp. Piano, bass, SNES, and that'll be the part that we use for this since we've already done that. Yeah, and then piano, and then let's see, string chords, GBA. Yeah, let's just call that string chords GBA. Oh wait, you know what I found? I forgot that whole violin section on the GBA. I forgot after this there's like a big ol' like. Where's the? Oh yeah, this. It's all good. I don't even know what I would mash that up with in the SNES, to be honest, because there's no more, like, not really a lot more stuff going on. And so we'll continue with what we were gonna do. So. Anyway, let's continue with what I was doing, which was, I think I'm going to do the GBA composition on the SNES instruments. So for that, I want to, let's see, the drums are all going to stay the same. We're not really going to do, unless, let's see, well, the drums don't really match, so we would just have to swap out the drums. Actually, I could bring in the snare, like the SNES snare, and then just mimic the drum pattern. that the GBA does with that. Let's see. Our drum loop is one more time. Yeah, the hi-hats kind of mimic the same way that the hi-hats go in the SNES version, just without the rapid one so much, so we can kind of use what we already have to mimic that. But we just need the kick and snare pattern. So let's go into, where's my, Donkey Kong Country 3 GBA, instrument patches, drums. But actually the typical Donkey Kong Country 3 snare was originated in Donkey Kong Country 2. Yeah, there we go. Let's drop that in there. And then we're gonna create a new, drum beat. Let's call this drum beat. Since we don't really have like a typical drum beat here, yeah, this is just the only drum beat. The rest is just like toms and percussion and stuff. But this will be the drum beat. In the snare, so the snare was just like 2 and 4, and then we have our kick. And then I think it was like there was a ghost note on the snare. And there was swing too. Yeah, there we go. So let's edit events and then Control I to insert the level of swing. And I want to be very careful for this because this is a global knob, so that means that it's going to affect everything else here. And I don't know if, I don't think this one is supposed to have swing, so what I want to do is, like, anytime this drum beat is here, it has 0 swing. So the toms, so that'll only come in when the toms are not being done. And then even, I think, when the hi-hats are done, we'll do like, we'll like make sure that stays 0. Okay, and let's give the snare a mixer track. Let's make sure it and the kick as well. The kick needs 1 too. So let's make sure that the kick peaks at 6, because you usually want, yeah, there we go. Let's do the same for the snare. Let's give that saturation. And then we can turn it down a bit because it's risen in volume. Yeah. Now let's do the same for the kick. Sounds like a heartbeat, really. Now let's turn it down to peak at 6. Okay, very good. Okay, that ought to be pretty close, let's see, to the drum beat. And I think there's actually a kick at the end there, at the end of each bar. I think it's more, it sounds more like, let's see. Actually, I think it's more like a ghost note here. Let's put this here. And maybe change the pitch of the note. Maybe not that much, just a little bit. And I can hear there's like in the drum beat, there's sort of a bass going on. There's like an 808 bass. Doom. 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 And since the whole rest of the track doesn't really have much of a bass except for that piano section, then we can maybe just use that use the bass to mimic that, like that piano bass SNES. So let's include a thing in there at the end where it's just like doom. Wonder what note that would be. It's a quiet bass, it's not really very strong, it's just kind of subtle. I think you can just put it on every beat or so. Or maybe since it echoes so much, just put it once a bar. Yeah, that'd be fine. Okay. So, and then what do we replace with the, well actually let's go in order. Let's do from loop GBA. Well, that I don't know why that's there. So now let's see first. So this is where it switches to the SNES. Guitar chords GBA. Let's also take this away. Okay, let's clone this. And let's call this, no, don't do that. So let's call this guitar chord SNES. And now we need, we could probably just change these to the strings, because the strings kind of function in this way in the SNES rather than bringing in a new instrument. And the strings are short, so let's legato them. And I think also we can remove some of these ghost notes. Because I'd rather have the echoes, the notes ring out. Nice, I like that. Okay, this is obviously going to go to the flute here. So let's clone this. And we'll call this flute GBA. So this, I'm going to have it have those same pitch bends, but I'm going to switch it to the flute. The wood flute here. And I'm going to have to change the velocity with Alt-X, and then turn that back normal. And then... I think we're just going to have to put a bunch of slide notes here to mimic that. Actually, I think this one took a while. It was like weighted. I think it's having some weird effect on the thing. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the notes are too close together. Or maybe it was more that the slide notes didn't really, like, they landed on this note rather than they started in this note. Yeah, that would make more sense. So maybe, I think what I'll do is like clone the flute and just put an automatic like a pitch bend on it. So like, let's make this, I don't know how much percent to make this change, but actually, obviously I want it to go to a point. So let's have it decay to 0 sustain. Let's not make it so much. Okay, very good. And I think at this point it's sort of like it had another bend in there, like it would bend up. Da, da, da. Okay, very good. I think they should be a little quicker. Nice. Nice. Okay, so the synth strings, that's I can't use the regular strings because those are already being taken up by the strings for the guitar chords. So the only other thing I could do is use use the flute arpeggios and maybe do that, but then that would be at the same time as the flute. The other thing I could do is like add another warm pad in there. I could also use the actually there was another instrument that would work well here. It's that like synth choir thing. This one right here. Could do that one, or could do an actual synth. Yeah, it's either that or the Airvox. I don't know. Airvox could work. Airvox was used more widely for like happy stuff. Let's try the Airvox. So let's clone this. And let's call this Airvox. Oops, gotta enable. Let's give that a mixer track. So we can give it, that's really loud though. Let's turn that down. Alt X to, yeah, let's make that in the background more. And let's also give it an envelope so it's not just straight up like a bunch of blocks of notes. Now, kind of a lot of times these, in the SNES, they would fade in and out, so let's do that. Yeah, kind of like in Cascade Capers, really. Nice. Lovely. So now let's slow down the chorus a bit. Turn the speed down. And let's turn up the stereo. And let's send that to harmony reverb. Oh, lovely. Yeah. I don't think we need to like distort it or anything. Let's maybe just up the... And maybe we can go lower with that. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Okay, the piano bass has already been done. String chords have already been done. Okay, now the piano itself, like the piano melody. What do I want to play that? How about the electric guitar? I wonder how that would work out. Let's clone that and call it electric guitar GBA. Let's cut these notes and put it to the lead guitar. Interesting. Yeah, it doesn't really sound. It just doesn't sound like a guitar solo. I would say let's put that as the actual piano that's in Donkey Kong Country 3, though. I don't think there was a dedicated piano. It was more like they used that dulcimer. Let's try it with the flute. Now, the other option is just to use the regular Donkey Kong Country piano, which I'm kind of in favor of, since it is supposed to be like a SNES version of the song. Let's try that. Let me get Donkey Kong Country. Let me see what people are saying, too. Greetings, Allied Master Computer. Welcome, Analog Zoda. That sounds very DKC3. Yes, it should. So let's add that piano. Wherever it may be. Here it is. And then we'll have to create a separate master. But let's first put it in the main piano thing and see how it fares. So we'll paste that back onto the regular piano, but let's select channel 7 on Alt-C to change it. Okay, now that's pretty good, but it's too loud. Pretty much sounds the same, actually. I can still kind of tell it's the Donkey Kong Country win. Nice. So let's call this piano SNES. Now this part, exciting. Let's clone this. And then we're going to call this exciting SNES. Now this bit, we're going to use the Donkey Kong Country 2 morphing like synth. A little popcorn synth. So let's get this. Call it, I guess just use the sawtooth. Drag that in there. And maybe we'll try using the mixer track of the original synth. Exciting. Let's cut that, paste that there, and see how it goes. Okay, now first of all, it has the wrong envelope. Let's turn the attack all the way off. Okay, now it's good, but it has no movement. So let's go to the filter frequency. And this is not an envelope that I want on there. Instead, I want to let's use random mapping. And I think that's the wrong octave. Yeah, that's the right octave there. Nice. Okay, now the fiddle. Nice. Now for this part, I think I just want to keep this also to the fiddle that exists. Probably the one from Donkey Kong 2. No, actually, there is a violin on. It's actually a cello. It might work, but I don't know. in Donkey Kong Country 3. Let's see, oh, there actually was a piano from Donkey Kong Country 3. It's just not used very widely. It's only really notably used in Jingle Bells, from where there's where you have the tarman, like that's the piano, but see how that goes just as an experiment. No, yeah, that's not really, that's not good. No, that's not working out like that. Yeah, for fun, my first instinct is to try the violin from Donkey Kong Country 2. Let's try that. Okay, let's sort by alphabetical order. And I think it'll be under fiddle, yeah. Okay, and let's send that to the solo violin channel that already exists, see if that works. And then I'm going to need to put the, because there's some considerable amount of pitch bending on there. I'm going to need to drag that also to the fiddle as well, so it does the same thing. So now this will send to channel 9, Alt-C to change. But it's got to go up an octave. Perfect. Nice, so let's put that together and see how it goes. So this is going to go to the mashup. And we'll basically start it off like that. Oh, but what about, I forgot about the harmonica loops. Yeah, those are going to have to be like transcribed in something. What do I want to do for that? Very interesting. Let's see, what can we do for that? So, let's see, so the rhythmic one is like, oh yeah, there's that little bit on the end that didn't make the cut in the game. What sounds like that in Donkey Kong 3? Well, that's the Disco Train synth. It's kind of is. There's like 2 of those synths in Donkey Kong Country 3. And in Donkey Kong Country 2. And they're both used in Disco Train. One is the, there's another higher resonant synth that's used in Disco Train as well, but both of them are used to its advantage. So for the harmonica thing, it's going to be hard to like approximate. But let's see. Yeah, I wonder how I'll be able to do that. Maybe I'll shelve that idea for now. Because I don't really know what I would do for that. I don't have any ideas at the moment. So let's just put the rest of the composition first. And let's go for where's that? Like there's the flute, I think it starts it out. Let's see. So if I'm gonna fade that out, Well, I kind of want to have these fade out, but I want the drum beat to stay in there. So that would mean that I only want to fade out the tom volume. So that means that I have to change this. Instead of dropping out all the percussion, I'm going to remove that target link. And then I'm going to add a new target link. And that target link will be, I guess, just the volume knob of the toms. Push tom, yes. Yeah, so that's normally going to be all the way up. But I don't even hear him right now. Oh, that's because the percussion, it never returned back up, I think. Wait a second. Oh, wow, it's not even, like, listening. Like, once I tell it, like, before the thing, it just stays at a certain point that I didn't ask it to go to. Which is really dumb. Let's initialize the song with this position. There we go, now it stays there. Nice, now it fades out. Nice. Okay, so since we're going into the GBA composition, let's have the sound effects move down more. And then we can have these things. We can have the hi-hats come in. Actually, let's move that here because I think we'll have enough room. I think it's mostly these that we want to... Let's see. Okay, this is out. Let's see. But this is like, let's see. I still want to hear it some more. Nice. So let's just copy and paste this a bit. Let's do that. Okay, and then we'll come in with the, let's see, let's come in with the flute. And there's, I think there's a, there's a volume intro there. We want it to be kind of a lot sharper. Nice. Okay, actually, I'm going to, I pretty much want to try copying the GBA composition. And then just bring it all, like just change it all over manually. Or like automatically. Control Shift and copy. And let's see how, if I just drag all this over. Let's see what happens. Okay, and now this part, like, so if I select all these slide guitars, I did want to change them to flute GBA. And if I select all the synth strings, I then want to change it to Airbox. And this, I want that to be nice. Now this, I want this to be. But wait a second, that's not really a good idea because as I do that, this will also change. Like the parts that I did before, those are all going to change. So this, I don't want to do that. Yeah, let's just undo that. Let's just do that manually then. Or at least we have the thing then. Oh, I see it's already changed here too. Hold on. Yeah. So let's just change it manually then. This will go to flute GBA. This to Airbox. And these here will go to what was it? Guitar chord SNES, yeah. Nice. Okay, so these are all going to be changed to the flute, and I have to transcribe. No, why are you? So Control Shift, and then we'll select source pattern flute GBA. These are all going to become the flute, and the harmonica pattern I have to transcribe. So, and I have to, not only that, I have to figure out what to make it change to, and I think I might, my first instinct is to use the harmonica type patch from Donkey Kong Country 1 and 2. I don't know if it ever made its way into, I don't think it made its way into Donkey Kong Country 3, but that's okay. So let's see. And for this, I'm going to make a new pattern because this pattern is all samples, like in the GBA. Let's call this harmonica melody SNES. So, whoa, that is weird. Why is it? Oh, it's playing chords because my, okay, there we go. Okay, so the melody that's being played here is. So I'm gonna try to recreate, like figure that out, like transcribe that by ear. So bear with me, my transcribing ear is not the best, but we'll see. When the electric guitar did the solo, I mean, oh, I thought that's a Disco Train synth. I recognize it now. Yeah, it is. Also, it's like the that one, that part of the Disco Train synth. But that's used the same synth that's used all over Donkey Kong Country 2. Okay, so this solo. Yeah, it sounds like that. So it's pretty much repeating that, I think. Yeah, that's gonna be a lot, so. But I need this to be have more of like a funky envelope here. And I want this to be sort of more consistent. Let's see. It's because it has an introduction here. I want it to sort of like. There we go. So that's a bit more of a funky envelope right there. And I don't want so much release. I think it goes all the way up to D, actually. Actually, I think it could use a little bit of... Yeah, a little bit, maybe a little bit more attack, yeah. Yeah, it's something like that, I'd say. And so it starts right at the downbeat. Okay, no, that's gonna have to go faster than that. But let's work a little like closer to make it sound more natural. Yeah, I think it was like. Actually, I think it would be more like this. Nice. Okay, let's do that. And then we'll copy it again, but make the variation where I think it's really just one note. Actually, I think it's... Let me see what the harmony is, because it's really following the harmony. It would be C or G, probably. And it would be D or A. C to G, D to A. Let's see. No. Yeah, so that tracks. I really think this is more like C, I guess. Yeah, I think that's more accurate. Yeah, that's cool. So now let's give that some effects. Let's give that a mixer track, and then we'll actually could get. I wonder if we could get away with like putting it in the same track as the harmonica. Harmonica beat, harmonica lead would be 16. Oh, that sounds pretty good. Actually, I wonder if it's like an 8. Nah, I think I had it right the first time. I can't really tell. I'm not very good at this. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, I'll do that. And then I think it's this part again. Nice. Okay, so yeah, that part again. And the swing is gonna make it, like, it doesn't have swing now, but. And I think this one's sooner. Let's see. And I think there's like a chord note here. And then here there's a like cadence, like I think there's like a da 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 da. Yeah. Oh, the chord note is here. So it's G, D, A, D, A, G, D. So that means the solo must be... Oops, no, not that one. And then I think it's so this would be so since this is G, no, let's do like this. And then this one, the ending goes. The ending is like da 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 da. Yeah. Ah, yeah, there it is. Da 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 da. I think it's more, yeah, it's like this. Nah, it's like up and then down. Yeah, there we go. So then if we put that into practice and delete all these, then we can put this here. Actually, these A's are like, or actually I think it should be G's. Yeah, I think it's also the C's. Okay, these notes here are wrong. And then this needs to be a little longer. This, I think, goes to G. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then we just need the drum beat here. Nice. So I think with that, all I need to do is like get a little bit of more of an envelope on it. Like I do a sharp look thing. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then I want some bends on that. So at some point, there has to be some like moments where it bends too. They usually do that in the SNES. Okay, this one I want to bend. Why isn't this one bending? Weird. That's weird. Yeah, there we go. And then maybe a bend here as well. And then maybe this one can connect too. I think this one should be like should have a quick bend down instead of that note. Yeah, there we go. And then this one bends down again. Yeah, this one bends up again and is longer. And this one can bend down here too. Maybe you have a short little note here. Have a bend here. Nah, and I think I said of the bend here. Nice. Cool. Okay, this part. I think I want to keep the toms at full volume until they just stop. Nah, these don't need to. These are stopping the. Yeah, let's cut that. So I need this to come down. This should come down here. Okay, let's have that. Yeah. Okay, and these two can be here, so there's not as much of a... Okay, and then I think I'll try to use the harmonica that's there for the rhythm one too. No, not that one. Yeah. So let's find verse empty and call this harmonica beat, SNES. And so let's try to recreate that with the cello. Let's try to do, it's kind of like a, let's see. I think it's quicker than that, like these actually happen here. And then these can go down. But the echoes are kind of messing this up. Let's see. I think it's kind of also kind of like a. It's also kind of like there's kind of emotions like. I think it's kind of also like, let's see. Yeah, because it kind of has a kick snare pattern where it's like, where the ones that are here are kind of like low velocity. Nice, that could get a bit annoying, but at least it's like, at least it's that rhythm. So I also want to clone this, and I'm going to use this for the second one. And let's give that a little bit more of a... Let's give that a little bit more attack. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. And now let's send it to the mixer track for the beat, harmonica beat, because that has like no echoes on it. Nice. Okay, now I'm starting to think that some of the pitch here is wrong. Some of the pitch here might be wrong. Let's see. Ah, yeah, I think this is more correct. I think the A was right. Yeah. But now that slide is broken again. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Or was it? So this note sounds a little bit wrong. Maybe not. Nice, that's better. Nice, I almost want to like make the like the coyote calls like play you know, like over like with the slides here. Watch. Like that. Like if you switch it from, if you trim it to just the howls, and then time it so that it plays with the slide. Yeah. Nice. So then the drum beat comes in, like continues on here. Oh, but FL Studio is putting some space in there that I didn't ask for. Let's just... Ah, there's the drum beat. Okay, now here we'll switch it over to the... And I know, I forgot the other part of the melody there. Let's just do this first. SNES. String chords GBA. Exciting SNES. And then piano bass. SNES. Okay, and then the bass is going to go here. Okay, the bass will actually go down here, actually. Okay, now, and remember what I was saying about the drum beat in the GBA kind of having this sub bass in it? And we recreated that with the bass a little bit, so let's just have that running through every bar of the drum beat. Now, but the reason I didn't put it in the drum beat pattern is because it has to stop whenever that comes Okay, and then this comes back. This piano bass. I'm gonna go to the piano bass SNES. Ah, but this is missing in that part. Why? To the separate channel. Oh yeah, I think I only did like a small section of it. Let's try and change this over. Let's add these extra notes in there. So let's select channel 1 and Alt-C to change, and then we'll do that. And then let's also Alt-X to change the velocity. Okay, and then the echoes we also have to like continue. keep on repeating this sort of thing. No. No, absolutely not. I don't know what this thing is doing. But clearly that's not how this is supposed to go. Wow. Okay. That did something. This Control B works. Okay, so this one is where it stops. Nice. Okay, good. Okay, and now these go to the SNES version. Where's the fiddle that Oh, did I change that into the yeah, I just changed it, I forgot completely. Hold on. Okay, and then put that back down a lower octave, and then we'll clone this. And then we'll call this Fiddle SNES. Okay, let's change that to 9, Alt-C, and then Control-Up. And then we'll select Source Pattern and Fiddle SNES. Now this pattern, I feel like it needs also some envelope. Like it needs to be funkier. So what we want to do there we go. Change the envelope and make it sharper on the attack. And then make it louder too, because it's kind of weak. There we go. Make it a little louder than that, actually. Okay, so these parts are going to be replaced with the melody here. So that's going to be a piece. This comes in. Okay, but I need to actually this needs to be over here. Okay, let's see what people are saying. OMG, legend himself while working. Welcome, Toto de la Tube. Not sure if I said that right. Can you please mention my name? Okay. Yes, I did. Please say hello to your fans. Yes, welcome. I sometimes get caught up in my tune making. Sorry for that. And then this is gone now. Nice. And the mashup is still going strong. I like that shift there. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that second section here. This, wow. Forgot about this. Well, it's not kind of nice to have no bass with the sound effects going on at all. Okay, now the bass for that part needs to come from this one here. Wait, no. This right here. Okay, and there must be like some part of that. I think it's in the other. Does the other channel still exist? I think I removed it, but I need to put that back. I needed that part. No. I think the D was like I used D there. So now let's go back here and I have too small of a snap here. Okay, let's go to beat. Let's see here. Now let's add the bass in here. Okay, there are some things that I like about the one with this, like this part, the one with the SNES instruments, and some things I don't. Namely, the biggest thing I don't like is the the harmonica, I think the sequenced harmonica. I think the samples are just better in every way. So I kind of want to, I might make this mashup, like just combine the two where I use elements of the of the SNES with GBA instruments and just run it again. So let me try that actually. Let me also zoom in here because this is way too far. What I'm trying to do. So actually, what I think I'll do is just combine them together. And I don't really want this here. Let me just say, no, I have to select all those. No, absolutely not. Control Shift. Okay, and then let me put that here. Wait, where does it go actually? I think here. I like this section. And so we'll see. I'm also still not so sure about this repeating section. And let's remove the bass there. Yeah, I want to modify this one a bit. So, kind of what's going on harmonically here is we have D, F sharp, F, D, so yeah, D sharp. So this would have to be... probably be better as an A sharp. Yeah, there we go. Interesting. Yeah, that's pretty good. This can probably go away. And but this one's kind of bumming me out. So let's do... But let's see what the melody is doing, because I think there's kind of something there to follow. Oh yeah, it's pretty much just doing... Actually, I think it should just straight up follow the thing, so it should be like... So let's just have it be like chords of that. So let's just make chords out of that, and then it's like... that one's not really gelling. Let's see. Ah, that's pretty cool. And then we can kind of like change it up on that, like do different variations on that, like but with keep the F sharp, F and D sharp. Ah, yeah, there we go. Nice, and then just do... maybe do this sort of thing here. But let's put it with like more bass notes. Make it like doomier. And maybe remove the flutes. But this is too much stuff right here. Let's remove the... maybe remove the strings here. Yeah, I think that helps. But like, what was the other thing I removed? Maybe the flute. No, I kind of like the strings actually. Nice, okay, that works. Maybe I can put this part in too. But I gotta move it because FL Studio is gonna put the wrong thing on. Nice, I like that switch there. Actually, this can continue right here. I think the flute can go here too. I'm putting this flute everywhere right now. Oh, but it's the wrong, like, it's like a different channel. It's a different channel. So here, I think we can kind of, is there like another wood? Did I? Oh, I changed it to the correct one here, but it's the wrong, like, chord, I think. I don't know, actually. Yeah, I think it is the wrong chord. Let's just leave it out. I think you can put some of this drum beat here. Yeah, put some of this drum beat here. Nice. I almost want to change this piano to the like center that it was used in. Yeah, I think that piano, piano SNES. What even is this? Oh yeah, this is the thing. We don't need this anymore. Let's do the center from like, or the dulcimer or whatever from DK2. See how that goes because it's a cool instrument. Yeah, let's turn it down an octave. Yeah, there we go. Okay, interesting. Nice. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's change this to the SNES piano because I kind of like the SNES piano better. Nice, that's funky already. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens if we put this in the piano's mixer track. Will it work? What's the piano's mixer track? There we go. Piano is 17. I'll turn it down, but yeah, it works. Yeah. Nice. This is groovy right here. Nice. So I kind of want to put the that actual harmonica beat in its place. And of course, FL Studio is going to paste this on the wrong beat. So let's move it. Hold Alt and shift it a bit this way. This stuff kind of has to go down here. But here, I kind of want the wind to fade out here because at this point the instruments are getting to be too overwhelming for all that. Here is where the wind should go out, when the pads come in. And it comes back in around 81. Here's where it should come back. Okay, now since this section is already kind of in there, let's just get rid of it. Hello. Hey, how you doing? Good. Now, let's see. So we can go straight into this here. Let's see, let's remove this. I forgot the bass part down here. Yeah. And I want the airbox to fade in quicker. Decay slower. And the wind can come in here. And then come into this has to go in here instead. Oh, it's still off center. Actually, I'll keep that there. No, you know what? Maybe I'll try that harmonica melody again.
Okay.
Well, I just think it lacks energy in this section, so maybe not. But in the section is good. This can stay away. Right, yeah. I still can't get help getting the feeling that the timing is there, like the notes are off here. Maybe it's supposed to be in E rather than this. Okay, I think that here the bottom notes would fit better. Okay, but these notes, no. Okay. And why is it repeating this? I never asked it to do that. Okay. Okay. So I think that should do better once it has the swing going on it. Let's see. Maybe I can also... What in the world is that? I think that's my keyboard. Okay, let's try that. Okay, that's better. Okay, and yeah, that'll do for today. I think tomorrow we'll get on to like other things. Let's see. Oh, we got people talking. Welcome, MKTV Lakitu. I'm hearing Diamond. Nice. Welcome, James Bordovilas. Long time. Can you explain flute number 2 in 45? It sounds pretty intense, but I'm possibly missing the vision. Oh, so you're saying flute number 2 in 5568. Oh yeah. So what are you wondering about that one? It sounds pretty intense, but I'm probably missing the vision. That's the SNES, like that's the riff from the SNES. So I think it's great to hear that riff again. Like, and I think it works with it. I think it sounds fine. I don't know what vision there is to miss. I just think it sounds nice. Now the only thing that's different here is like I kind of wanted to use that like that morphing synth, that popcorn synth from Donkey Kong Country. Let's see. Let's try to like switch. Maybe we can switch between the two. I like that. Actually, I do want to fade out the toms here. Let's put that like right there. Okay, and then let's put that again, like have it give it more room to fade out. Okay, the air box, I kind of want it to be louder. I hope it's not too intense. Okay, that's a bit too loud. Okay, this part is, let's see. Ah, there we go. Okay, and this is just so similar to the GBA version that I think I would like to try something else. We could do the electric guitar. And then the automation that exists here should translate over pretty well to the it should translate over pretty well to the guitars, like pitch bending. Let's see. And it should go up and up. Nice, I like that. And I think the wood flute there is a bit loud. And the bass is a bit loud too. Oh yeah, that's really loud. Why is it so loud? Yeah, that's not too bad. Now it's just the wood flute. Let's turn that down a bit. Let's rig it up. Yeah, that's good for that one. And I want to hear the echoes here more. Nice. Okay, that'll do pretty good for today. We might come back with this tomorrow. We might come back with something different. But yeah, this was good. So I'll save this. And it shouldn't the GBA stuff should be undisturbed. Like it shouldn't be there should be no change. So this works for both the GBA and this is like not I don't really need this anymore, except for this will probably be the SNES to GBA instruments template, so I can, once it comes time to do the SNES composition with the GBA template instruments, I can just copy that over. So that'll stay there for now. And then I'll just save this. Yeah. Oh, I hear it now. Yeah, it sounds really solid. The first time I heard it, I think the flute dominated the GBC sound, or there's all kinds of grooves on me. Yeah, especially if you know the SNES, like the SNES version. It's more of a nostalgia thing with the SNES version. But anyway, so yeah, this is where I'll cut it for today. I'm staying in Dublin at the time, and so I have to go check into my hostel. I'm coming to you live from the hostel in Dublin, so I have to go check in. And yeah, so thanks for coming to the stream, y'all. This will be Jan and Sam signing off. I'll try to come back tomorrow and do some stuff. So we'll see. And it's, yeah. So take care, y'all, and have a good night. Or it's morning, wherever you're from.